Are you ready for the Low Blows Network? It's the show where you control what's
Do you remember how to do this?
Ask us anything and we're blood-bound to answer. Starring
Right,
Rick
I'm
Nash,
here
corporate
now.
king,
Yeah.
and the queen of Irish wrestling, Katie Hardy. It's
I'll wait for it to end.
Low
That's the
Blow.
point.
Now.
Hi.
No!
That was good.
We discovered that we can do, Kate can do a really good corporate king.
Oh, wow. You were taking piss at me when I was gone?
What? Yeah. Turn your mic on. Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe you actually. Wow, be a star, Katie.
I don't think I did that.
Like, we found out, oh no, or was I the one making fun of you?
Oh, Rick, man, don't be
Yeah,
like
I
that.
was like, I don't remember doing it.
You hosting the show, and like, no, because it's not that I was making fun of you, I was doing a tribute to you, because people missed you.
Okay.
So, like, it's like, I can do a corporate king. Here it is. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you say hi. Say hi.
No, you put me off. Well, alright, it's Astro Blows anyway. Back to normal. There's I'm here, Katie's here, Rick's here. There's no Midcard Mafia, which is unfortunate. Last time I was here, Troy Mendes was here, and that was like for me the peak was hearing of him getting a belly rub off his teacher. I don't think we're actually gonna I don't think it's gonna get any better than that, but I mean
we peaked that day.
we can try to get close to it if the questions are good enough, and it looks like they are. We got a lot of questions in. We've actually had to cut it in half because there's so many questions. So some will be this week, some will be next week. It's not an order of preference or any shit like that. It's just whatever order they came in. That's a lie. Rick orders them. He orders them in preference. If you didn't make it this week, he hates you.
Yeah, no, it's best to worst. Best to worst. Next week, just don't bother.
No, but no, there's no particular order. But I suppose we have to talk about our drafts. Our thing we haven't come up with a name for it yet. The fancy football but wrestling.
That's catchy.
My tag team is a singles wrestler, and my singles wrestler is a tag team wrestler. How is that for 5D chess? Bet none of you thought of doing that.
Well,
How
I
you
was
do
actually
it?
looking at your scores, and I don't understand how your tag team have points because they're not on the same brand.
What do you mean?
Are they?
My tag team is Rowan and Harper.
Are
And
they?
they're not on the same brand.
No, so yeah, but both of your AEW males are the same tag team.
Oh, yeah.
You can't talk here.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
the only one who's actually doing singles wrestlers as single wrestlers.
But
You're both doing it wrong.
yeah, but the thing is, basically, it has to be a tag. The rule was there had to be a tag team while we were doing the drafts. After that, whatever happens, happens. So I can keep rolling in that slot till WrestleMania, and I will. So and I got to, and again, there's no rules against putting a singles wrestler or putting a tag wrestler in a singles spot. Now, if his partner wrestles as a singles match, you don't get any points for it, but he probably won't because they're a tag team. So shout out to Razor. Is it Razor or Aiken? Which one did I pick?
Big lad.
Well, I don't
Razor.
know, because remember I picked Christopher Daniels as my singles wrestler, and then
Yeah.
he immediately got taken out, and both his partners wrestled regularly then after that.
Exactly,
so-
it's a risk, but who's going to do that to Razor? Big lad Razor. You think somebody's going to try and stab him or take him out?
Stab him? No, I don't think
'Cause he's
so.
got a stab vest on. That's a really dumb move, and he's big. He'd fuck you up. You know what I mean? But Razor is a solid pick in my opinion, as is Eric Rowan, as is everyone else in my draft. But so yeah, I'm not making any trades, is what I'm
I
saying.
am.
Oh, I mean, I didn't ask, but okay.
I mean, I'm making a trade.
Rick, are you making a trade?
I was thinking about it, but I can't.
Don't do it. Be Christmassy. Be
can't.
Christmas.
How's that Christmassy?
It's Christmassy.
No
to not
trades
tra-
at Christmas.
Yeah, that's the song. It's famous. It's you know what was it? You scumbag, you maggot, you taped over a sagger. You know that? Taped over a sagger, sorry. You know that song. It's in that somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah. So what? All right. What's your trade? Go on.
I've hired an outside consultant to help me with this to stop being so shit.
That's so shit. No, that's cheating. This is not
And
cheating, though, is
his
it?
first recommendation, I think, is very solid.
Oh, it's a him.
It's
Phil.
It's Phil. It's Phil. I am trading out Nakamura, which hurts my soul because I love him.
So you have no loyalty to your favourites. That's all right. Fine. Shifan. Fine, whatever.
He's losing that IC belt soon. Like, let's be realistic. I don't want to lose them I don't want to lose them points.
Well, I mean, he could be the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history. You wouldn't
I
even
don't
know.
think he will be.
Well, okay. God, no
He
belief.
lost a tag match last week.
Yeah,
so.
to set up his big win later on.
No, you're not. This isn't going to work on me again. No.
Don't act smart. It will work. If we keep at it, it'll work.
Nakamura out.
Okay.
Sheamus in.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like the way I think that's
Sheamus is a beast, man. I actually can't even diss that.
Sheamus
Like.
is going to come back on a winning streak. He's not going to come back and lose.
Yeah.
So.
And it's going to be deadly. I don't care if Kate gets points for it. I want Sheamus to tear people apart. Like,
okay, is that locked in?
That's locked in.
That's terrible trade.
It's awful.
And here's why. He's not going to wrestle for weeks. They're going to do promos with him for ages now that he's back.
What?
They're going to do promos with him for ages.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
What?
that's what they do when wrestlers come back. They do promos and then they interfere. Look at AOP. Haven't wrestled yet.
Yeah, I
This is what
was
happens when
too
people
nervous. You see, the problem is, I knew that as well. I was like, AOP, are they going to wrestle? Are they going to... I was like, is it too soon? But I'm like, if someone else takes AOP, I'll feel sick then.
I was thinking about it. I'm not going to lie.
And like, yeah, I knew you would. And like, I was like, Big E's going to lose his title soon enough as well. You know what I mean? Like, New Day aren't going to hold on to those titles.
Yeah.
So
that's
like...
fair.
I had to act on it, and AOP felt like the right move. But you went with Sheamus, that's cool, that's fine. You know,
Yeah, no,
whatever.
it is
Well,
going to
it's
be cool.
locked in anyway. It's locked
I mean,
in.
it might
Sorry.
pay off. It might pay off a few months down the line. Like,
Yeah.
No, I think it'll pay off straight away.
When you've
When it-
lost. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
I'm going to make a trade.
all right, go on.
I'm trading out Private Party. I'm trading in Lucha Bros. I think they're going to win the belt soon.
Yeah, they probably will. In
Yeah.
fairness.
Lucha Bros. I'm getting them in. I'm all about that Lucha.
Nah,
life.
Lucha Bros are shit. Am I right, Katie?
No.
You're just saying that because like you fucking said you hated Pentagon.
What
and then you had
happened?
to go
What
hang out with
happened? Right. Okay. No one listens to Asshole Blows. It's great. What happened?
them. It's
What
fine, it's
happened?
secret. It's,
What?
Like
Well,
Pentagon
behind the
is-
paywall, it's fine.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, behind the paywall.
it's fine.
What? I
What
don't
happened?
hate...
What happened with Pentagon?
Remember you said you hated
Remember
Pentagon?
you said on the show you hate him and you
I never said I hated Pentagon.
You did, you're like-
You
I
won't
hate
meet him again. It's fine.
Yeah,
You
This,
tell
is
us
a, this is
now.
a vicious rumour, and I absolutely will probably meet him again.
Yeah,
You
well,
did say you didn't
yeah,
like
but
him,
not for a while. Like.
Did I actually say that?
Yes. you
I-
literally said
Like,
I don't really like him.
Yeah,
I
can
don't
pull
think
a
that's
quote from
true.
that.
And you know what? I love Pentagon. I think he's great, and he's very polite.
That's why she was giving the match a really good review.
Yeah, it was overcompensating. Like,
She's they're so good, and I've always thought as much.
Yeah.
What happened? Did you meet him?
Yeah.
And it was grand.
Yeah, it was grand.
what do you say about you like talking shit about him?
Not much.
Did he stiff you on the handshake?
No.
Oh,
No. Like, they were just all very nice and polite, and they arrived actually as the show was starting, so everyone was a
they
little...
didn't get to have a
right,
look around Tala.
lads. Right, okay. Here's what you do. Right. No, I'm not going to say that. Actually, sorry, people will actually do it. I'm not going to do it. It's grand. It's
Okay,
grand,
we'll
it's
just
grand,
bottle
it's
that joke. Fine, whatever.
Sorry, I
Whatever.
will. I'll bottle a joke for the sake of no.
Okay,
that's
fine.
too
Look,
far.
I'm going to
It's
move on
too
to the
far.
questions just to save Rick.
Press pause there and tell us.
Right, I'm going to press. And we're not paused anymore.
I am so glad you bottled that joke.
Anyway, I'm going to hop straight into the questions. Tony Kenny comes in at tkenny2622. As Cian can tell you, I utterly fucked it not knowing El Dragon Azteca. Right, I'm going to give you this context, right? Before, it was intermission, so we're waiting for Lucha Bros and More Than Hype. And I was talking about how much I miss Lucha Underground, how much I love it, how much it's arguably like the best wrestling promotion to ever exist, how I loved, the stories and, the characters. And that's why I love Pentagon. You know what I mean? Because I got to know his characters through that. And we're talking about all the different wrestlers and all that. And I was like, yeah, Pentagon, Ray Phoenix, we get to see all them now and all. And he's like, yeah, like Mil Muertes. And like, whatever happened to El Dragon Azteca? That's what he says to me. And I was like, El Dragon Azteca? Yeah, El Dragon Azteca, man. He's really good. Like, are we ever going to see him again? Like, he just kind of disappeared off the radar. I was like, you're literally like less than 5 minutes away from seeing him wrestle in front of you, like centimeters away from you. Like he is literally Ray Horus. Like that's it. So yeah, that happened.
Amazing.
My question is, have you ever mistaken a wrestler for another, or not known a wrestler played a certain gimmick? So I have an answer for this, right? It wasn't actually, it was someone I knew. It wasn't actually me. It was like, again, it was just talking about whatever. I can't remember what show it was, but basically they were like, John Rock and Bronson Reed are...
I knew it. I knew this was your answer.
I mean, despite the fact that Bronson Reed has changed absolutely nothing about his appearance, nothing about anything to do with him, no, his moveset, nothing, just his name. But I just threw this person off, and I just...
So many similarities.
Yeah, it's
Strikes me of a young Jonah Rock.
shades of John Rock.
Hang on. That's not even exactly what happened. I just said that Big Rab looked like both Bronson Reed and Jonah Rock.
Why both of them?
Because I didn't realise they were the same.
Yeah, that's
So, I mean, have I stolen your answer then? Is there anyone you thought?
That's my answer.
Yeah.
I
I'm,
can't top that.
I'm sure it's happened to me in other situations.
Danny's ever noticed that Mr. Kennedy actually looks a lot like Mr. Anderson? of NWA?
Oh yeah, it genuinely blew my mind when I found out Matt Cross was the same person as what's his name in Lucha Underground.
Son of Havoc.
Son of Havoc.
No,
yeah.
you just reminded me of when Shane Strickland got unmasked in Lucha Underground, and it was like, oh my god, it's Lieutenant Jeremy Strickland. What?
That got really weird.
What?
Now we can talk about it. They're gone. Did you not see that?
I'm blocked by a
I just saw
plant.
you.
You're so lucky because you'd hate this. This
Yeah,
would be
I
your
would.
worst nightmare. You're in the right spot. We just had like a couple come in, and usually sometimes people come in. Wait, they might be coming back in. Okay, right, they're coming back in.
Okay, what are we gonna do? I don't know.
So usually when Katie comes in, we're like, this is like when Katie comes in. But like anyway, yeah. So we, yeah. So they're gone again. Usually when people come in, they quickly realize, right, this is not where I'm supposed to be, and they leave. The couple just stood there for like several seconds and watched us record a podcast. And they just stood there politely, and they were just like, yeah, no.
Oh, that's okay. If they're being polite, I don't
We'll
mind.
settle here for the night. No, but it's like, when are you going to realise that, like...
What if they've gone to get like a drink and a basket of chicken wings and they come back and
I'm
pull up
not
a chair?
ruling it out.
Can
I'm
we
not
let them
ruling
on
it
the
out.
podcast? That's my one rule. I don't mind them. It's my podcast, actually, so I'm going to say yeah.
We've done that before. We literally had a drunk Scottish guy sing like racist songs on an old episode of the Spando before. It was quite
Yeah,
funny.
I mean, hopefully not the racist part, but, you know, I'm
No,
up for
like,
like...
I just assume they are because they seemed a bit sectarian. I'm
Oh.
just saying, it's one of those like kind of yeah.
We never mentioned Justy.
Well, we did on Ask Low Blow, so I'll just say the main show is shit.
Well, we're getting... I was
Justy.
I was getting to that, so, you know, you
Okay.
just completely derailed
Sorry.
the momentum.
Look, I just
I
can't
didn't know
handle the abuse
Justy-
every week.
I didn't know Justy was what's his name?
Machine
Just
gun.
in shape.
Gun barrel Farrell.
Gun barrel Farrell. Yeah, there you go. Grand. Right.
I didn't know Mike Knox was Nux in Impact. I'm trying to think who else. Who? I didn't know Travis Tomko was Tomko in TNA. That's a name I haven't said in a long time. But yeah, so I hope that answers your question, Tony. At littleman_1, silly question. There are no silly questions here, little man. If there's something that you need to get off your chest, if there is something that has been bugging you, just let it out on Ask Low Blows. But since when has Eric
I
Young...
read that and I thought Keith's going to say something funny to that.
But since when has Eric Young become a jobber with what he did in TNA to having one of the most dominant groups in NXT? Now he's jobbing out to Andrade. What has been his downfall since coming to the main roster? In my opinion, I'm just throwing it out there first, it's the fact that he's working for a company that has loads of wrestlers that are all fucking class, and in all honesty, as good as he is, better than him. Like you say, he got jobbed to Andrade. He should be. Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
there's loads of wrestlers I look at where I'm like, potential champion. Is Eric Young somebody you put over at, like, all those other people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not just saying this because he let down the bald Erics and broke my heart. The fact is, like, you can look at anyone, take anyone out as an individual at any point and go, wow, he's really underrated. He's really underutilized. He could be a champion. Why is he getting buried? Why is he a jobber now? But the reality is they're amongst a sea of talented wrestlers, and a lot of them deserve a spot that they're not going to get.
Ricochet is never going to be a WWE champion, and at best he's probably going to get maybe one title match at a meaningless pay-per-view. And look at how fucking good Ricochet is. Do you know what I mean? Like, look at how good he is in the ring. Eric Young can't do like 10% of what Ricochet can do, and that's not a slate against Eric Young.
Yeah.
Eric Young's a really good wrestler. He deserves to be in WWE, but it's just a testament to the talent level.
Also, Eric Young is like, he's at the tail end of his career. I don't know how old he is, but
Yeah,
he's,
true.
doing whatever, like producing or whatever he's doing backstage. I don't know. I don't really follow the whole backstage.
I love Eric Young. And it's not often I say, like, I'm not usually one of the people, oh, you shouldn't have went to WWE. I don't think he should have went to WWE. I think he's such a strong personality. He could be killing it on the indies these days. Like,
Would he want that, though? You know what I mean? At this stage of his career, would you not just want your WWE paycheck? You know
Well,
what I mean?
me, selfishly, I would love to see Eric Young on the indies because
Yeah,
I think
get
he'd be
that.
great on it. But I do understand why he's in
Keep
WWE.
getting them checks.
Eric Young was an unreal psycho character as well. I remember one time watching TNA, he ripped off a US Army veteran's prosthetic leg and choked him out with it. And it was gas.
I loved his gimmick where he just went around the streets locking up with people. Like, that sort of shit. Like, he was just a great character. Like, I'd love if he even, like, was a manager on WWE.
He's like a mini Kurt Angle. Do you know what I mean? In that he could do like any character. If you
Yeah.
needed him to be comedy, he could be the funniest guy on the roster. If you needed him to be like serious and like badass, he could do that too. I agree with what you're saying, but I have to say I did think what they thought too. When I was watching him against Andrade, I was like, oh man, do you remember how much TNA used him? Do you remember how good he was, like comedy character in TNA? So like I feel the same way as you feel, little man, but like it was just it's that there's no downfall though. It's just like Cian says, it's a stacked roster, the most stacked roster that's ever been in wrestling.
That's it, yeah. Thanks for the question, little man. At Brian Maniac, what is one thing from 2019 in wrestling What is one thing from 2019 in wrestling would you send straight to hell?
Twitter.
Cancel culture.
People coming after people on Twitter and trying to cancel it. Like wrestling, like again, there's an element of it that has gotten really toxic. The toxic fandom has kind of taken over in the same way like it did with Game of Thrones and Star Wars. Even though like when Game of Thrones kind of got toxic, people were like, haha, this is what happens in wrestling every week. And it's just like, yeah, and that's not good. Like people looking for an excuse to dislike the thing they're supposed to like. Again, like, and I'm not just saying this because there are listeners, but I think low blows and kind of the people who follow it are kind of away from that. And I think that's like... they're here right now. What we said earlier happened. And yeah, no, that'd be what I sent out.
And the Nonces.
Yeah, probably them before the people giving out.
Actually, should be Nonces number one. I'd get rid of the Nonces.
No pedophiles.
The disproportionate amount of Nonces in Brit Rest.
Yeah.
There's no topping that. I mean, other stuff like, I would, like...
Yeah, you can't turn around and be like, people who wear grey tights. You want to get rid of them more than pedophiles.
So, just to clarify, not a head of pedophiles, but just to add some more depth to this.
You don't start with nonsense, Katie.
Sorry.
You build up to...
You don't start with nonsense, episode title.
So, not with OTT, am I going to say the venue crisis, because it's brought us to beautiful Tala. Kill Namana specifically, lovely.
Kill Namana. Kill Namana with fire.
Yeah, kill Namana.
Kill Namana with fire. Well, they do it themselves anyway.
Don't. Like, Kill Namana's lovely. Kill Namana's a lovely part. Don't you agree? Kill Namana's lovely.
I don't know why I'm working.
I wish there was more shops around it.
What?
I wish there was more shops around it.
There's a shopping centre right next to it.
You can buy shreddies there.
Yeah.
Is that actual shopping centre?
Duns is in it.
We keep going to that shite garage.
The Maxwell. Why does everyone does that? They're like, right, I'm going to go to Max. Why are you going to Maxwell? There's a big fuck off Duns right there. Like.
I actually, believe it or not, packed a lunch and brought it with me on Saturday because I didn't want to go to that Maxwell.
Go Duns. It's right there.
Didn't occur to me.
Literally right there.
Didn't occur to me to go to the Duns.
It's
the
more you know. But yeah, so I love how that's turned out for OTT. No, like I love the Tivoli, but I love Tala. But for Cork, for Phoenix, not being in the Kino is dog shit. And I would love if I was to take one thing out of 2019, it'd be the Kino changing ownership and Phoenix not being there, because I miss it. I fucking miss going into Kino and doing commentary. It's so fun. So it was Cork's Tivoli.
Yeah.
So
and it worked.
We'll see what they'll plan for 2020. Should be interesting. But yeah, that'd be mine. I got lost. Where am I? Oh, the question that. By the way, thanks for the question. At Chris Jack 85, Surv-Irish series for Cian. Team OTT versus Phoenix versus Nordy.
We saved this for you last week.
Oh, thanks. No Team Fight Factory. All right, fine, whatever.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if you
rude.
Yeah, rude. But okay. So I did put the effort into this, because I know he saved this one for me. So I'm like, right, in McDonald's, we'll come up with something here. Team OTT. Angel Cruz, because I miss him. All right, Angel Cruz is deadly, and I miss him. Charlie Sterling. I don't want to say I miss Charlie because he was a bad guy, but he was, easily the most underrated wrestler in OTT. Yeah. And I think now that he's gone, like, everybody's showing his appreciation for him, which is really nice. And I do hope he comes back. I think it'd be so cool. So Angel Cruz, Charlie Sterling, CT Flexer, because he's an absolute beast, yeah. Russell Dempster, I'll get to that in a sec. And OTT champion, Danny Cross. So it's those five. against Team Phoenix. Again, no Fight Factory here, so I had to kind of work around it. The Mid-Card Mafia aren't really, like, Phoenix wouldn't be their home promotion as such, but it was the only way I could put them in. So all 4 members of the Mid-Card Mafia and Mr. Charlie, Team Phoenix. Team Nordy, Magico, Tommy McNulty, because he's a beast. Gavin Fitz and Eddie Stone, again, it'll make sense. And Terry Thompson from Pro Wrestling Ulster. Right. Simply because you knew that, like, whenever you heard, I am the one and only, you knew shit was going to go down. And he'd come out and, like, have the best Titantron ever. Look it up if you're not familiar with it. Man, I miss Pro Wrestling Ulster. But, yeah. So it's basically, I listed out the 5. It's 5v5v5. The story of the match is, Gavin Fitz and Eddie Stone are very angry because Russell Dempster is on Team OTT and he's neglected Team Nordy for Team OTT, and Team Phoenix get the clean sweep. So thanks for the question. I hope it worked out for
So they just explode. What happens to Charlie Sterling?
Well, he gets pinned, doesn't he? It's clean sweep. Like.
All right, fair enough. That's a stupid question, yeah.
Thanks a lot for. I actually do love questions like that, so please keep asking.
It was a funny gag you couldn't turn down.
I really, really hope that satisfied you.
He's not rejecting your question. He just couldn't resist.
Thank you so much. Tristan. Shit. Okay. Tristan M. Carroll. M. I never noticed that in his Twitter handle before, but it is there.
What's it stand for?
Mary.
Marion.
Tristan Mary Carroll. I really hope that it's that.
Well, it is now because we've said it on it.
There you go. Yeah. Tristan Mary Carroll.
Okay. Have you ever made a style choice based on something you saw in wrestling? For example, every lad in a leather jacket when Balor debuted in NXT. Mine is shaving my head because Jon Moxley looked better after he did.
I am a marketer's dream. Everything I do is influenced by something I have seen. I haven't got an original thought in my head, to be honest. Phil reminds me this all the time. I dyed my hair red for 8 years because Alita, like, literally saw her on Heat. I was like, fuck it, that's me.
That's why.
That's why.
The old Katie Harvey, like, mad red hair.
Oh, yeah, that's because of Lita.
That's Lita. Oh,
that's
hilarious.
Lita all over. I used to make tops out of fishnets to wear, and I used to wear the cargo pants, and I used to wear, like, the Vans and stuff. I used to just dress like her constantly. Like, yeah, but, like, in wrestling, I remember tweeting a couple of years ago, making fun of everyone for the leather jacket thing and the compression sleeves. And, because Finn Balor wore one, and all of a sudden all these wrestlers started wearing compression sleeves. And then he took it off one day, and I made a tweet just saying, haha, I wonder how many wrestlers' elbows injuries will heal now that Finn Balor doesn't wear a compression sleeve. Well, that tweet did not age well for me, because I now, in fact, have to wrestle in a compression sleeve. And this popped up on Twitter for me a while ago, and I was like, oh, that did not age well.
Amazing.
So apologies to all those wrestlers out there suffering with elbow injuries. It's probably not all fake.
We also got a question in, I think this is next week, I won't get to it, but about instant karma. Like, that was a slow burn, but
that was a couple of years in the making.
Fashion choices. Balor's one. Not even that, like I just like I look at people's like hairstyles and beard and stuff like that. Like when he grew the beard out, I was like, that actually looks good. So like I don't like my beard short now, but like I grew it out there over last Christmas, and I was like, yeah, I like it. I like the thick layered beard. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go for that for a while. Also as well, like I like the fade he does in his hair. So yeah. It's cool. It's not like I'm trying to look like Finn Balor, because good luck with that. But like, he makes good choices, and I like to copy people who make good choices.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I don't know. I just you know, unless they're wearing red hoodies, jeans, I don't think I'm gonna be copying any of them. You know what I mean? Like, it's even hair. It's like I look at a wrestler with long hair, and be like, oh, that looks steady. Like Seth Rollins with a blonde streak in it. But I don't want it. You know what I mean? It's his thing. You know what I mean? I don't want to copy him. You know what I mean? Like this. Because I feel like if I ever tried to copy a wrestler's style or fashion, it would just be a shitter version of someone else. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
So it's just I'm not really into copying people's stuff. Really.
Do you have like, this is something I think I've always wondered, but I don't think I've ever asked you. Did like, you know the way you have long hair now? Does it like, was that influenced by wrestlers having long hair when you were young? Were you like, that's cool, I want that? That's what wrestlers look like.
I don't know, because I remember, I always wanted to grow my hair when I was like 9, 10. I would have watched a lot of wrestling and stuff, and like, I think again, I don't know if it was because of that. Maybe that might play a part of it,
right?
And because because I do remember it was more like I remember when I had like whatever when I'd be like backyard wrestling, and obviously I had long hair. I'd be thinking like, oh, I'm Jeff Hardy or I'm Shawn Michaels. But I think it was more that I happened to have long hair and think that. Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, did I ever get? I'm trying to think. When I was younger, when I got like fucking. I don't know, like, I'm pretty sure one time I wore the John Cena necklace, you know, what's that thing?
He brought this into low blows before.
And the foam knuckle, brass knuckles, I would have worn them once or twice. But we're going back with that, like, good stuff though.
Cian, I want to see you dress up as like LAX for like a low blows party or something like that. That'd be amazing.
Absolutely
amazing.
Horrific. So, let me see, I think, thanks for question, Tristan.
Tristan Mary.
I can't even speak. My brain is so worn out. Right, so we have two questions that are kind of the same, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
they're not the same. Sorry, okay, never mind. John at Mr. Lindablock. Top 3 Christmas films. John. For me, it's Die Hard, Love Actually, and Scrooged. I've never watched the film, so.
Have you never watched a Christmas movie?
I mean, I know this answers the questions coming later, but the Father Ted Christmas special that's it. Right. I don't care what else comes on. That's all it is to me. Do you know what I mean?
What have you? Oh yeah, even wrestling movies. Well, like there's wrestling Christmas specials. That's another question.
Well, wrestling Christmas specials are like the bad holiday theme. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't really watch them either.
That's fair. All right, Christmas movies.
My all-time favorite is The Grinch. It's just I watch it every year, and the older I get, the more I identify with the Grinch.
The Jim Carrey one.
The Jim Carrey one. Yeah, so good. I always watch Charlie and the Chocolate, or Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory on Christmas Day. I don't know why. It's always on TG Cahara at 10 a.m. every single year, so I always watch it. I know it's not a Christmas film, but every year me and my brothers used to watch Rush Hour 1 on Christmas Eve.
What the fuck?
So, like, in my head, that's... I don't know why. Like, we're all big Jackie Chan fans, and we used to watch it every Christmas Eve. I don't know. So that's kind of a Christmas film in my head. So, yeah, they're probably my Christmas films.
Die Hard for me. Yeah, that's an absolute must around Christmas. It's a Wonderful Life. That's my Christmas morning movie. Love it. It's just like that's like every Christmas morning. You just need to. Would you hear that For All Anxiety at the end? It's like now I can Christmas. Now it's fine to. One that I have really good memories of is Up. Watching that on Christmas Day with the family, that'll always remind me of like happy Christmas moments, like because we all just sat there, like the bunch of us, like vegged out after Christmas dinner, absolutely like flatline in front of the telly, and we all just had a cry together. Like it was really nice. Like, and even like me dad and me uncle, like he'll probably hate me saying this in the podcast, but they're very like manly men. Like me dad is an ex-Garda and me uncle's a fireman. Like they're manly men, and we all just sat there and had a cry. Like I think I was a wrestler at the time, and it was just like this is so emotional. So that'll be there for me. Elf is really good too.
Elf, yeah.
Yeah, Elf, you can't go
Very
wrong.
underrated Christmas movie, Fred Claus, with Vince Vaughn in it.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Very funny and very silly. That's a good one to watch.
Arthur Christmas, underrated Christmas movie as well. What else is there? I know you said 3, but just I'm trying to get in.
I'll watch it in Christmas. Christmas with the Cranks. I pop for that. It's so stupid.
National Lampoons is a very good one. Jingle All the Way, you can't go wrong.
Jingle All the Way.
Home Alone. Yeah, there's so many of them. Yeah, this is great. Actually, as well, like Sky, like released their Christmas movies there. If you've got the movies, and they have all of them. They have all the Christmas movies. It's class. They've done really well. And Netflix controversy deleted The Grinch. Like on November 30th, like what the fuck? What is that, lads? Just one
bold
job.
Move.
Yeah, I don't even think it was like a bold move. I think they just like lost the rights, and then they're like, shit. And then he did it on the quiet, and then no, people noticed.
Yeah, like my tradition isn't really watching movies. I like to game on Christmas. That's always been my thing.
Oh.
So like it's weird. I can remember what I've done on like different Christmases,
No,
like what
yeah, that's
what
great.
games I played specifically. Like I remember, like I don't know, like I play Minecraft a lot at Christmas as well.
Right.
It's a proper like I don't know why it's just a relaxing like Christmas game for me. Because career mode can get proper intense.
Right.
Career can get proper intense. Do you know what I mean? Like so. I think there's a question on that later, so we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, no, I and like even when I was younger, getting the new GTA and all. So it's like because I spend my time doing that, I don't tend to watch movies on Christmas.
Did I ever tell you about the time I went for a run on Christmas Day and ended up in hospital?
You deserve that. Why do you go on a run on Christmas? Like?
Because usually at Christmas, all I do is eat, read, and watch TV.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for a run this Christmas. But I didn't dress appropriately. I went running in a Christmas jumper, got incredibly sick, and ended up in hospital the next day with like a form of pneumonia.
Oh, fuck. I think you like fell or something.
No. Like I just got incredibly sick and had to get an ambulance to the house on Stevens this morning because they thought I had like pneumonia. It turns out I actually got whooping cough, which lasts for months.
Bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, but it's not pneumonia, so it's grand. But yeah, I ended up spending Stevens' day in the hospital.
Jesus
And you know what Phil did? Took a fucking picture of me being taken into the ambulance, put it on Facebook, and then said, "Oh, Katie just lost her first ambulance match." Which was a funny joke to my wrestler friends, my concerned family also on Facebook, who then start blowing up my dad's phone, being like, "What the fuck happened, Katie?" So yeah, that's how I spent Christmas one year.
Oh, that's hilarious. I like the way as well, like, you look at that and be like, well, obviously it's not that bad, like, but then, like, it was.
Yeah, whooping cough, which
bad.
apparently I thought was an 1800s disease for children.
It pretty much is, which makes it funny.
Of all things to get, like. Actually, it's like, that's actually a random that happens at Christmas a lot. I don't know why, like, people that like tend to get sick, like family members and stuff at Christmas. I don't know why. Like last year, my whole family had like a mad flu at Christmas, and it kind of ruined the whole thing.
It's probably because it's cold.
Yeah,
it's actually really common as well that if you're stressed and work a lot, when you finally take a break, your body just breaks down and gets sick. It's actually more common than you think.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have heard that before.
But yeah, that's not related to the question. But thanks anyway.
Top 3 Christmas movies.
But thanks for the question, John. At Stagmore13, who loves women's wrestling, by the way. Huge women's wrestling fan.
There are people in his job who are like, who listen to this as well, and they have like told like other people in the job, they're like that like he's not a sexist, but like everyone has started coming up to Chris now and just going, sexist, bit sexist, that's a bit sexist, like people who don't listen to low blows.
I'd say Chris put out a tweet over the last few days putting Sandman in his place.
Poor Chris. Sorry, Chris.
But thanks for not being sexist. That's a good thing. Are you taking your annual break for Christmas? If so, let us know so I can make time to watch wrestling Twitter for inevitable nuclear explosion that goes off when you take a break.
Oh, do you guys know this? This is like a thing with low blows that's going back years.
No, I don't.
Every time we take a break with low blows, every time we go off for a couple of weeks, like literally the next day, like wrestling blows up. Like, do you remember, like, the most memorable one for me was me and Don went off years ago, and like the next day was the day the guy shot up the performance center, and then like Jimmy Snuka died, and like everything happened within the next few weeks, and it's like we literally, like, we were just tweeting out, we're like, we have to come back, don't we? we have holidays and stuff, like we actually can't, but like,
is this like when we did that Game of Thrones podcast and I was like, fine, and then
Eric
Owen won the tag titles, Alison Kay
won the
title,
that's the thing.
Won the titles.
That's the thing. It's a like low blows thing that goes back to the very start of low blows.
Well, hopefully nothing bad happens. I personally prefer an Eric Rowan title run over you know what I mean.
Well, this is
someone dying.
This is why I can exclusively reveal that for the benefit of everyone in the wrestling world, we won't be missing a Wednesday show. There'll be Wednesday shows right through. Now, look,
Rick literally is like on Christmas Day morning.
It's
Don't
a Wednesday.
talk to your family. Don't talk to your family. I'm grabbing you by the throat, take you out of your house. Before, just as I'm going down to get my Christmas presents from Santa, he intercepts me, drags me out of the hall door, and then he holds me hostage.
Take Katie out of the ambulance.
Yeah, and he holds us hostage literally in the Low Blows HQ until Christmas is over. That's how it works. It's pretty mad, like.
So we will, like, we'll obviously be breaking it up a little bit. So on the 18th, we're going to have, because Christmas is on a Wednesday this year, and New Year's, on the 18th, we're going to have our annual Blowy Awards. We're going to be doing our show where we talk about the nominees. Really looking forward to that when you talk about it. On the 25th, we're going to have the best of low blows. So guys, I actually need your help there. Like, if you can think of moments that you thought, I've got a fair idea now. It was actually a really good year when I'm thinking back for like best of moments. But if you've got moments that you want, even in game of low blows and stuff like that, and ask low blows, because we're going to do a best of ask low blows too. If you've got moments that you want in, get in on that. And on the 1st on New Year's Day, we're going to do a Wrestle Kingdom special. So there won't be regular shows after next week. Next week's our last regular show of the year.
Yeah.
Holy shit, like, it's really close to Christmas. But we will have shows every Wednesday still. I think since we've come back last January, like January a year ago, so nearly 2 years now, I think there's been a show every Wednesday. Now, we haven't always been here to tape every Wednesday, but I think there has been, so that will continue, so don't worry, guys. With no rest and break, no one's going to die.
All right. Thanks for the question, Chris. At Alan Tarr. Should Star Wars be watched in released order 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, or canon order 1 to 6? And if you were introducing somebody who has to see Star Wars 4, what order would you tell them to watch? I did not know they released them. I thought it was 1 to 6.
No. You know,
why did they do that?
The first batch were released in the 70s.
Right.
And then...
Did they remaster them, or is that
No, and then they filmed prequels in like the 2000s. Or 90s, 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Early
I think
2000s.
Phantom Menace was 99, I think. Yeah.
What's the last one? Was not Star Wars like...
But now there's
Like 2 years
standalone
ago.
films coming out. Things like Rogue One and stuff are standalones that are just
okay.
picking tiny plot points from the 1 to 6.
But they also have, like, they're doing so they did 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. So,
Yeah.
like, 9 is coming out, the last one. Yeah. So, like, the recent ones that you're seeing coming out, there are the standalones like Katie's talking about, but then there's actual ones to continue the story. If that makes sense. The story's ending in a couple of weeks now. That's the end of this. What way would you go?
I would go 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3
Okay.
for the reasoning of just the quality of the films. I think it would be too hard to go from the new ones back to the old ones, even story-wise. So I think that's what I'd do.
I heard this discussed, and we're going to do actually over the Christmas. There's going to be a special Star Wars episode, and that's with Jerry. That's his big thing. Both me and him are going to rank our Star Wars movies, so stay tuned for that. But like, I think if you're watching them now, you should watch at the start and watch in canonical order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then fit in Solo and Rogue One in before episode 4. But if you're starting someone out, I've heard a really interesting one. Because again, you can't. The first two movies, episode 1 and 2, which are prequels, are the worst two movies. So if someone watches episode 1 and 2 as the first movies, they're shit. So I heard a suggestion there recently where the best way to watch Star Wars for the first time is to watch episode 4 and 5 and get to the Luke I am your father twist, and then start back and watch the prequels and watch the build up towards Darth Vader and how he becomes who he is when you know that twist, and then go into 6, the grand finale, and then 7, 8, 9 naturally follows 6 anyway, so that makes sense. But that's a good way for people
like
starting
that.
out to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, I think just shuffle it and just spice it up a bit. You know what I mean? Like do a bit of 5, 2, 4, 3. You know what I mean? Just be like run.
It's not a formation.
But 5, 4, 1, solid at the back. You know what I mean? Build for it. Yeah. Just pick it out of a hat, like numbers out of a hat, and I think Katie agrees with me as a film scholar that that's what you should do. So I'm gonna skip to the next one. Thanks, Liam. At Joe Stodge, what's the most only in rural Ireland thing you've ever seen? Below is mine.
Does he mean cocaine?
No,
they have that in the city.
He had a picture.
Oh, below.
It's
below.
It's an egg vending machine.
Oh, right, yeah, I did see this.
With free-range eggs for sale, 15 eggs for €3, and then it's like lockers with the eggs in them. It does not look appealing, and it's outside a petrol station, and then they have like a little one of those 99 ice cream cone things where they're advertising it. It is fairly fucking Irish. I'm gonna retweet it now. Actually, I didn't get a chance. The most Irish thing.
This is a really random thing that I do. Right? So basically, like, I sometimes go on daft.ie and look up houses that I'm not going to buy anytime soon for no reason. Like, if I can't sleep on a Sunday night because I'm stressed, I have college next morning, I'm like, you know what would be great right now? Daft.ie.
Yeah.
Daft.ie. So I go on and I look up areas where I know people from there. So it's like, because I'm just curious, you know what I mean? So I was like, obviously I know lots of different parts of Dublin, and then like, I know somebody from Glenealy, which is in the middle of nowhere, so I'm like looking at Glenealy. I was looking at where else? I can't think off the top of my head, but I've lots of family from Virginia and Cavan.
Right.
Oh, that's where all my mom's side family is from.
Yeah.
So I was looking up I look up. I don't care about the houses in the middle. What I care are the most expensive and the least expensive. I was on the most expensive, and I was like, "Whoa, you can get mansions in Virginia for like a tenner. This is mad." But the least expensive is so funny, right? It's like a derelict fucking shack. And you know the way, if you've ever read a description on not just staff.ie, but any property thing, they'll be like, a lovely secluded area, a lovely secluded whatever. You could literally upload your own shit. Sell your own shit in a field, and they'll be like, in a secluded area or whatever. It's a nice peaceful setting, whatever. In this, the description was literally, it's been derelict for a few years, so there's actually no air code. The air code for the neighbour across the road is is this. I'm like, that's... Yeah, I don't think you'd see that in Dublin. Like,
oh, I love it. I love property porn. For me, it'd be, what is it? Every time I ever have to stop like a car and wait as the farmer shepherds cattle across the road, I'm like, I can't believe, and I don't know why I can't believe, but I'm like, it's 2019. How does this still happen? I don't know why that wouldn't happen in 2019, but that's the instant thing that I thought. I'm not angry. I think it's funny and hilarious and quite endearing, but that'd be it for me.
Well, like I grew up in a village in the countryside, so a lot of stuff that I thought was really normal I discovered wasn't, when I'd bring friends from the city out or like move to Dublin. Things like my local pub didn't allow women in the bar until a couple of years ago.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we weren't allowed in the bar.
What? So like, it was just like, lads, and you're
like
outside,
I go in and like either my dad or my brother would be at the bar being like, get out. And like there was just never any women in the bar. We just weren't allowed in.
Like,
we'd go into the lounge.
It feels like this is something that they just told you. No.
Like,
oh, like Katie, we would let you sit with us, but like, there's no women.
There was never like they used to make such a big deal of women being in the bar. Like it wasn't like obviously they didn't have a plaque on the wall being like no women, but like it was just an unwritten thing that women didn't go to the bar. You'd arrive as a group at the pub, and the men would go to the bar and the women would go to the lounge, and then the bar stretches across both. So like the men would send the drinks into the women at the bar, because obviously we don't buy our own drinks. And like that's your Saturday night, and then everyone meets together in the car park to get a taxi to Bray to go to the nightclub, or to go to someone's house where someone would bring out an accordion to sing Garth Brooks. And that is like every session of my teenage years.
I just picturing like what happens, like a woman from Dublin actually accidentally walks into the bar, and all the lads like, whoa.
Now, I made my student film in this pub because I made my student film about this phenomenon, right? And two girls I had working on my film, one was black and one was gay, and they went into the bar. And they said they walked in and the whole place went silent, and it was just loads of owl lads drinking Guinness staring at them because like these weirdos had walked into the bar. They said they felt so uncomfortable they wouldn't go back in without me. So I had to go back in, and like, it's a lovely village. It's just like a little bit stuck in its ways. Yeah. And the best thing is like everyone goes there on Christmas Eve. We all go to mass and then we go to the pub on Christmas Eve every year. I've done it for like literally my entire life. And
but never in the bar.
Never in the bar. It's always the exact same.
Amazing.
Like, I'm 30 years old. I live in Dublin, but when I go there, I go to the lounge. And Phil goes to the bar.
That is fantastic.
So weird.
That's amazing.
I'm sure it's not the only place still like that.
Well, it's definitely a rural thing, though. So I'm glad we got a fucking solid answer for your question, Joe.
Yeah. I was not expecting a really sexist answer.
You see why I'm like this, though,
right?
Yeah,
that's fair. It makes sense now. It's all adding up.
But at Spadino90 comes in with a fucking banger of a question. Have you ever had a fondness or dislike of a football player solely due to playing FIFA or Football Manager, regardless of real-life performance? I still love Ramirez from his performances in my Arsenal team in Football Manager 07. I have a lot. Like, I think back to the earliest feat. Well, first of all, do you have is there anyone that you can think of?
Yeah, like my answer, I was like, shit, I can't top what Cian's going to do. Yeah. This is a Cian question. Like, I can't get mad at Paul Pogba, like, no matter what he does for United, because that lad put in a shift for me. He was my backbone in, like, my three... we won the Champions League with him. We won. Paul Pogba brought the Champions League back to Man United as captain in my career mode last year. So I can't be angry with him. Like, no matter what he does, the man is a god to me. Like, that's it. And if we sold him, I'd be really disappointed. He's terrible for Man United. He's terrible in real life, but like he did the job for me, so that's all that matters.
Okay, do you have an answer first of all?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now you know what it's like when there's a film question in.
It's like the karmic payment.
Yeah.
Go.
Right, so my earliest example of this came in the late 2000s FIFA, right? FIFA, remember when they first brought in League of Ireland, so it would have been like FIFA 08. And I remember I couldn't score frees in FIFA. I was so shit at it. Like, this is, I'd get it, Ronaldo, Juninho, Roberto Carlos. I'd be taking free kicks with all of them, Pirlo, everyone, skying them. Or I'd, like, tap the wall, or I'd go straight to the keeper. And Declan Byrne, this is a shout out to you, man. Basically, I was Shamrock Rovers, don't know why, but it was a League of Ireland game, and I got a free, and I was like, cool. I didn't think much of it. Stephen Rice stands up to take it. I'm like, let's do this. I'm thinking he's going to just fucking not even sky. I think he's just going to like hit the corner flag or something. I just tap circle, boots it straight into the top corner. First player I've ever scored a free kick with on FIFA. I screamed. I celebrated. The replay is probably boring as shit. It's probably just an average free kick. But to me, I'm like, oh, fuck. And I kept scoring frees with him. I don't know what it was. So he's always got a place in my heart. I don't know where he is now. Fast forward a few years. FIFA 12, 13, I played some other lad. I was UCD, he was Barcelona. I won 3-2 with a Graham Rusk hat-trick. Who's Graham Rusk? Don't know. He's probably doing accounting right now. He has left the world of football. I would put money on it. But the fact is, he always has a place in my heart because he did that. Career modes, though, where you get the real emotional attachment to people, right? There's two career modes that stand out to me just off the top of my head. Wolves. I had a crazy career mode at Wolves that I should not have done. Emotionally,
you told me about this before. I remember.
Emotionally, this got to me. Like when I'd lose, I'd get really fucking down. Like really, like I'd be taken out on people in real life. Like I got really down, but the highs were really fucking high. So we started in League One because it was the year they got relegated to League One. They got promoted. That was actually really easy, and it took me seasons and seasons to get promoted to the Premier League. Couldn't do it. I lost 2 playoff finals. And didn't go back and reset it. I took it like a man, and it hurt. But then when I finally got promoted, it was amazing. I ran out onto the road where like my friends were out playing. I started crying and screaming. But the following year, right, we're in a relegation battle. Most people don't have the stomach for a relegation battle, and I understand why. The only time I've ever been in a career mode relegation battle, it is demoralising. Made it to Christmas without a single point, right? And then we fought back. We fought back with Danny Ings, who I signed, because he was going to be the next fucking, I don't know, like Bobby Moore or some shit at the time. Brought in Danny Ings, but I'll never forget, it came down to the final fucking day. If we had to win and Bolton had to not win. That was it. So Bolton drew 0-0. Can't remember who they were playing, but they drew 0-0. But we were also drawn. And it came to the last minute. Bakary Sacco gets through, gets past one, gets past another one, and oh my god, I fucking booted it into the top corner. Absolute fucking screamer, right? And when I mean screamer, I don't mean it was a screamer because it was an amazing goal. I mean screamer because I fucking screamed. I screamed so loud that my man was like, "Cian, are you alright?" I was like, ah, ah, ah. And I probably had like a wee, stayed up like party and everything, like 17th place. I swear to God, my heart was racing, and I got relegated the following season and sacked. I had to go to Derby, but we'll forget about that.
Difficult second season.
And just one final one. I'm sorry for extending this, but I'm really into this. For one final one, last year would it have been, or the year before, I did a career mode with Port Vale. And this is funny as fuck. It's relevant to today because yesterday, there's a striker that Port Vale have called Tom Pope, and he put out a tweet saying about 6 months ago, saying John Stones is so shit that if I played John Stones every week, I'd score 40 a season. Port Vale have drawn Manchester City in the FA Cup third round. And everyone's bringing back this tweet, and it's so funny. Tom Pope is a hero of mine. I was trying to get promoted to Port Vale. Don't remember the details, but basically it all came down to this. Fella scored a bicy at the edge of the box from a corner on like ultimate career mode difficulty. Like, nice. How do you do that? A League 2 player. And like he was getting old, but he'd still like he was like, you know when players are declining, you're like 66, 65, 64, as the games go on, the rating goes down, you're like, oh man, I'm dreading this day, I'm so sorry. Yeah. But he kept performing, and I was like, man, nice. Tom Pope. And then Gavin Gunning, solid as fuck at the back. And I'm sure there's millions more I could talk about. I haven't even touched on pro clubs. Another question for another day. Yeah. But the answer is yes. Yes, I do. And if these lads ever made it to the big time, you know what I mean, Tom Pope or Gavin Gunning, I actually I mentioned them a few weeks back, but yeah. It's weird. Career mode is so fun, man. So fun.
We've got a guy that I work with who's like a young lad, but like he loves the job, and I describe him as relentlessly enthusiastic. that's how I would describe you when you're on a roll like that. Relentlessly.
Oh man, it's just literally like FIFA just touches a nerve. You know what I mean?
I get it.
And that was the second last question, because the last question is a surprise question for both of you that neither of you were ready for. So, yeah, it comes from Keith Hanley. Shout out to Keith.
Bittersweet GM on Twitter.
Let me open up the DM. I would have had this ready if I was a professional, but I'm not. So, Liverpool won. Fuck. So I'm getting I have put my phone in airplane mode, and now I'm getting all these notifications in. So, excuse me. It's a quick fire round, essentially. Now it says quick fire, but if something causes a scrap, it causes a scrap. You know what I mean? But we'll try and make it quick and see how it goes. Okay.
Is it like general knowledge or is it an opinion?
It's opinion. It's all opinion.
Okay.
So, right, let's begin. Noodles or rice?
Rice.
Tato or hunky dories?
Hunky dories.
What flavour though? This is my question.
Cheese and onion.
Pedophiles.
Buffalo if I'm having soup.
Buffalo is the only way I could accept like a hunky dories over a Tato answer. Do you know what I mean? Because you're Irish. Tato's part of your identity, and I'm a Pringles man.
You weren't here last week for when I described using hunky dories on my sandwich, so
takes it very serious. Her hunky dories is you with FIFA.
Oh yeah. Jesus, man! Like Buffalo, I get because Buffalo. It's not really like there's no real Pringle equivalent to that. Do you know what I mean? Like Buffalo, they kill that. They're really good at that.
They have Pringles be on that one separate area.
But like their cheese and onion isn't cheese and onion; it's sour cream and onion.
Yeah,
and it's a shitter version of Pringles.
Look how quickly this quickfire got derailed.
Yeah, you see what I mean? See what I mean? Look, and we're on question 2. But yeah, so you're saying hunky dories. I'm gonna say Tato. And I'm not gonna. By the way, if I skip one, it's because I've no like noodles or rice. Like if I asked, like as if I'm gonna have an opinion on that. You know what I mean? Yeah. WWE or AEW?
WWE.
Oh, see, this is tough for me, right? I'm thinking like the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. You know what I mean? So from that perspective,
that's my childhood.
Yeah.
I'm thinking new and shiny.
Yeah,
like a magpie.
From that perspective, I'm picking WWE. But from current form and the fact that it's like, who do I want to see succeed right now? I'm like, we do have the choice. Which do you watch first, AEW or NXT? I watch AEW.
I watch NXT.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go AEW right now, but that could easily change. I'm not.
Can I pick WCW?
No.
Okay.
Easy one: chicken or beef?
Chicken.
Yeah. Father Ted or The Office? Oh man,
Father Ted. Never seen The Office.
Thank fucking God.
Yeah, The Office I love. Like that's tougher than I thought, but like it is.
You don't put anything over Father Ted. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Pepsi.
I'm Pepsi.
Pepsi's the devil.
No,
you're the devil. But I'm not like.
Do you remember Pepsi Twist? That was one of my favorite drinks of all time.
Pepsi Max.
That's a go.
Pepsi Max is sexy. I love Pepsi. No, it is though. I love all. Do you know what? Like, I don't. Again, I'm not like I love Coke and Pepsi. Like, I'm not like overly passionate about this, but I think Pepsi's nicer.
Pepsi, nicer. I always like Coke. I'm addicted to this. When I start drinking it, it is tasty, and I'm addicted to it. But Pepsi, I always remark, I'm like, this is nice. I'm gonna drink this more.
No, if someone offers me Pepsi, I'm personally insulted in a restaurant.
Really?
If I'm like, can I have a Coke? And they're like, is Pepsi okay? I'm like, absolutely fucking not.
You're going to arrive here next week with 6 Pepsis waiting for you, just in your spot.
I hate Pepsi. I cannot handle it.
That's a nice Christmassy tradition I forgot I used to do. I'm going to do it again. I used to just buy like massive crates of like Coke or Pepsi or whatever was there. Well, I might do that again.
There you go.
Thanks for reminding me.
Go.
I'm really enjoying it.
Also, I don't drink either out of a bottle. I only drink cans.
It tastes nicer out of a can.
Cans or glass bottles. I don't drink bottles.
The bottle can get kind of sweaty.
I just don't like the impracticality of cans. I feel like I have to drink it there and then.
Yeah, if I'm at home, can. If I'm out, bottle.
Yeah.
Brett or Owen?
Brett.
Owen.
I'd say because I'm going with Brett. I feel like Brett because he was kind of like the small man at a time when there was like I know he's not even that small, but for his time, you know what I mean. I feel like he was more kind of influential. I feel like we never got to see Owen complete his career, so we never got to see like. Do you know what I mean? What he could have been.
We didn't get to see the bitter old man either, so like Owen seems sound there as well.
Well, that's what you're grading it on, that's fine. Like I'm gonna go with Brett, but there's no real wrong. I'm not overly passionate. There's no wrong answer here. But you went with
Brett.
Oh, okay. Stew or cuddle?
Oh, I don't like either.
Stew.
I
like a bit of stew.
I'm actually with Katie on this. Black or white?
Black.
It feels racist.
Yeah, I don't really give much context. But I'm going to say, like, if I'm thinking, like, the colour on, like, clothes or, like, on posters or on,
I'd wear black more, yeah.
I think
Slimming.
Black's a cooler, like, it's just a cooler colour.
White makes you feel like you're in a cult.
What?
White makes you feel like you're in a cult.
White stresses me out. I'm like, I'm going to get ketchup on this.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great... Yeah,
this
okay.
It's not going to work.
Poached egg, scrambled egg, or fried egg?
Scrambled egg.
Easter.
He doesn't secret for that.
Yeah, he doesn't clarify here if he's talking about Harry Potter or like Graham Potter, the manager of Brighton Hove Albion.
Harry Potter.
He just says Potter or Lord of the Rings.
Potter.
Neither.
Eat all day, every day.
Neither.
I've never
No,
seen
you-
either.
What the fuck? I'm in the same boat as Katie again. This is weird.
Potter, like, it changes lives.
I might watch Harry Potter this Christmas though. Apparently it is
Yeah.
something I'd like.
No, read the books or listen to the audiobooks. Stephen Fry. You get to hang out with Stephen Fry for hours and hours.
I've just committed to 2 new podcasts, so I don't have a lot of listening time.
What new podcast?
Tell him Steve Dave,
I've heard of it. I haven't listened.
and I'm back listening to My Favourite Murder.
Okay.
So, Justy versus Devlin. Justy or Devlin. But, of course, weekly mention. Justy. Jordan Devlin.
No, like we have to give Justice due. I'd also pick Jordan.
I'm gonna pick Justy so he doesn't direct his abuse at me this week.
I feel like he'd be more
like the
angry. I
promos.
feel like if I picked him
Yeah.
over Devlin,
Yeah,
he'd
he
get
get
angry at me picking him.
you condescending bitch.
Yeah.
Justy gets pissed off when you don't acknowledge him, but also gets pissed off when you do. When
Okay,
you
Jordan.
over acknowledge him,
Jordan.
like he gets really.
Yeah, because I don't want to be like.
Why would you say that? He's clearly a better wrestler than me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why would you say
You know
that?
what I mean? Or like, you know, like the whole,
I
like,
can hear the
you're like,
rant.
I love women's wrestling. I love it. It's the best ever. So
Yeah.
it's like, I love Justin. Just better than Devlin. You know what I mean?
Okay, Jordan.
I'm gonna go Jordan Devlin. I don't care if he's a WWE. He's still the fucking man.
Yeah.
That's just my
I
stance.
don't care. I'm not afraid of Justy.
But
at me, Justy.
actually, I'm afraid of Justy's. But
That's
Rollins or Reigns?
Reigns.
Reigns.
Yeah. Sopranos or The Wire?
Sopranos.
Never seen either.
Easy.
Yeah, neither have I.
Oh,
I'll take your
get
word for
sorted
it.
out. Skybox sets.
No. Red Bull or Monster?
Monster.
Red Bull.
Lucasade
Boost.
Sport.
Lucasade, I have it in front of me here. Lucasade Sport, but a Boost if we're going specifically that. If we're going Bull Piss, I'm going Boost.
Barry's or Lions?
Don't drink tea.
Lions.
Sorry, you just reminded me about. I was listening to the Phoenix Wrestling podcast today, the Not Our Mother one, and Marion was saying how like him and his friend got into a fight called the Battle of the Teabags because his surname was Barry, and then another friend of his was Lion. So, they got to a fight. It was like the Battle of the Teabags.
Oh, I need to
Excellent.
listen to that. I love that joke.
Sweet or savoury?
Savory.
Sweet.
I just don't know what. Yeah. Pete, Trent, or Tyler?
Controversially,
Tyler.
Trent.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you want with
Tyler,
Tyler? I'm
yeah.
going to go with Pete. So that's an interesting
Oh,
one. We've
okay.
all got our own. All right. Oh, fuck, I scroll down. Sorry, everyone. Breakfast or dinner?
Breakfast.
Dinner.
You see, I'm going to go with breakfast. You see,
You have Pringles for both though, so it's
yeah.
irrelevant.
No, I prefer having a meal in the evening as opposed to the morning. I don't enjoy eating in the morning, but I prefer the food that you get with breakfast. I love, if you're talking like
Yeah,
dinner,
that's
what
a
do I
good
prefer? Dinner food. I eat chicken nuggets and chips, and outside of that, I don't like it. Whereas with breakfast, it's like, Shreddies, Cocoa Pops, Rice Krispies, Weetabix. If you name a cereal, there's actually about a good like 85% chance I like it. So I'm gonna go
It's
with.
only when you talk about food, I
Yeah.
remember how young you were.
I eat 2 cereals and that's it.
What are they?
Frosted Shreddies
They're alright.
and Frosted Wheats.
Do you remember they did chocolate shreddies for a while?
They were nice,
I
man.
don't like chocolate
That was
flavoured
a
things.
good day.
Bring
That
them
was
back,
good, yeah.
man. They still have them in the UK and all.
Oh, eat Lucky Charms as well. 3.
That's so random.
I'm the person who buys the €8 boxes in Tesco
Oh,
as a
you're
treat.
so weird.
Yeah, it's the best part about being an adult. It's
Yeah.
like, I can buy this for myself. No one can stop me.
No one's gonna say.
I can put Cocoa Pops and Sugar Puffs in the same bowl if I want, and no one can stop me.
Burger King or McDonald's?
Burger King.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, remember I used to be like mad Burger King loyal? And what happened was I was woken up at like fucking 4 in the evening because my sleeping pattern goes to shit over Christmas. I was woken up at like 4 but by my fucking mum, and I was being woken up to McDonald's breakfast, but it wasn't actually breakfast because it was 4. It was chicken selects. And I was like, oh my god, these are way nicer than nuggets. And the McDonald's chips are way nicer as well. So now, despite the fact that it's really crowded, and I prefer like, I miss the quietness of Burger King because nobody'd be there, but like McDonald's chicken select meal, I have it every week. I love it.
I love McDonald's breakfast.
I don't, because now it's like I'm trying to buy chicken selects. Why the fuck is there like croissants and shit in the fucking street? Like, get that shit away.
I only
from
had
me.
my first breakfast a few months ago after the OTT Christmas party,
McDonald's
and
or
we
like
went
just
to the
in general?
casino, McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
Like I think it was 8 a.m. when we were going home, so I had my first McDonald's breakfast.
Nice. What'd you get?
I don't know. I was in bits. I just remember
Post
a lot of
casino.
orange juice.
Right.
That's
fair.
what I used to hate after Low Blows, where like you'd leave at like whatever time at night, but it'd be the morning, so you go to McDonald's and they're not doing chicken selects. Like, well, what's Why are you doing
What's
this?
the point? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that pissed me off. Let me see.
Do they have many more?
Just a few.
Because you know, it's a quick fire round. We're giving quick answers, and then he's explaining his answer.
It's nearly like Last Bus.
iOS or Android?
iOS.
Android.
I'm used to iOS. I'm going to go iOS.
Yeah, same.
North or South?
North.
South. North is complicated.
Republic of Ireland, Tala, South Dublin. I'm going to go South. Rain or snow?
Snow.
Snow, yeah.
I fucking love snow, but I feel like when the novelty wears off, you know what I mean? And you're trapped in your house and there's no bread, you know what I mean?
That happened one time.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with rain, but on paper, I do prefer snow, but
Okay.
I'm going to go rain, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Kento or Jerry?
I can't pick.
I am going to say he never clarified what Jerry. Could be Jerry Ryan he's talking about. And I never got to listen to Jerry Ryan because I was in primary school when he died. So
Jerry Ryan humiliated me on the radio before.
now you're making it harder. Now
What
I wasn't
did
going Kento.
He came to our school and he was interviewing some of us. Remember they used to run that competition to send like an entire class to Florida, and they picked me, and he goes, I just want to describe this girl I'm speaking to because she's a very exotic look. She looks like Pocahontas. Where are you from? Right here in Kilmac. But of course then, as soon as he says that on the radio, everyone called me Pocahontas for years, and I was subjected to so many like jokes just for years.
I'm sorry, Kento. I'm going to go
Jerry
with,
Ryan.
Jerry. I'm going with Jerry Ryan. Red or blue?
Red.
Blue.
Red, United and shit.
Yeah.
So, apple or orange?
Apple.
Apple.
Don't eat the food. Apple juice. Apple. Hot or cold?
Oh, cold.
Cold bed.
How cold or hot are you talking about?
Cold bed.
Yeah, if we're talking about bed, yeah,
Yeah.
cold.
Cold because it's easier to heat yourself up
Yeah.
than cool yourself
Yeah, but
down.
if you're, say if there's no escaping, you're too cold or you're too hot, I'd go with too hot. But then I hate the heat.
I hate the heat.
And I hate,
Can't
because I
handle
love wearing hoodies, and I can't wear hoodies when it's like roasting
I
hot.
love like being out. I love like if it's hot during the day but cold at night.
Yeah, but you have to pick one.
Cold.
I'm going to go with...
I like
Cold.
I like wearing like cozy clothes as well.
Yeah, I'm
like
gonna go cold,
stuff,
yeah. I
I
think
like
I would
wearing
think
hoodie
cold.
weather and stuff like that. Yeah.
I think in Game of Thrones I'd be, what's it, a Stark over
Yeah.
whatever. Get up to the last ones now.
Last 7.
Mild or spicy?
Mild.
Mild, 100%. Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo all day.
I don't know.
Ronaldo does it for his country, so I'm going to go with Ronaldo. And United as well.
And United.
Second last one. Boyzone or Westlife?
Westlife.
Boyzone.
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
Westlife all day every day. I know
I'm going to
all
go
the
Westlife
words.
because Katie picked Boyzone. That's always my strategy. If in doubt, I disagree with Katie. And the final one. LJ, Darren or Nathan?
No.
LJ.
Yeah, LJ, man. LJ, I
can't.
don't give LJ enough love, right? Eric Rowan, I talk about all the time. Alison Kay, I talk about all the time. If you take out Eric Rowan and Alison Kay, LJ is still my favourite wrestler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
LJ, Raven Creed, and Terry Thatcher would be my top 5.
I cannot choose between my children.
Well, you have to. That's the rule.
Yeah, that's
That's
the rule.
it. That's it.
Pick a reason. Who slagged you off the least in the last 24 hours?
Darren.
Oh, it's a big Darren, it's a big Darren. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to edit it so bad.
Katie shoots on LJ.
Where it's
and Nathan.
like, yeah, okay, Keane, what we have to do is react. For when I edit it, we have to react as if she's just said
No,
Darren straight away.
I'm closest to LJ, so if I...
Okay, we're going to do that reaction for the edit. Whoa! Whoa! You
my
did that
God.
so quickly.
Keith, thanks a lot for that question. That was a lot of fun. I love those choosing between two options type questions.
Yeah.
So, man, send in another one. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
thanks
with a
lot.
bit less. Like 5 a week.
No, I like.
That took 15 minutes.
I love going all out because then on a quiet week we can just, you know what I mean, stretch it
It's
out.
never quiet anymore. We had to split
Yeah,
this
that's
week
good
into
points.
2.
Still, I love it.
Yeah,
so thanks,
yeah,
Keith.
it was.
And
Well done.
bye.
I really hope I don't forget to edit that now.